notice how you can tell what kind of neighborhood you in just by who's not working? Think about it for one second. You can tell what kind of neighborhood you in just by who's not working. If you're in any neighborhood in America at 12:15 in the afternoon on a Wednesday and you see women with sweatpants on, coming out the gym, pushing babies, riding bikes, that's right, having brunch, going to Soul Cycle, chances are you're in a nice neighborhood. There's probably a Whole Foods nearby. That's right. Wherever women ain't working is an amazing place to live. That's where I want to live. I want to live in a place where women are voluntarily not working. That is where I want to live. Now, let's switch it up. If you in any neighborhood in America at 12:15 in the afternoon on a Wednesday and you see men in sweatpants, smoking cigarettes, hanging with their boys, lifting weights in the yard, riding children's bicycles as their actual transportation, then you are in danger. Wherever men don't work is fucking dangerous. That's right. That's right. That's right. Women have all the power. Shit. My ex-wife is the smartest woman I know. She got just as much money as me. Ain't funny at all. Now, there's a lot of beefs. You got a lot of beefs. A lot of the rappers are separated. You can't have 50. Ain't nowhere near Ja Rule. You know, you can't have Jay-Z near Nas. Nobody got no beef with Eminem. Ain't no rapper popping nothing about Eminem. Ain't nobody saying nothing. I'm not even gonna say nothing bad about Eminem. Cause way too much stuff rhymes with rock, all right? But Eminem don't even like his own mama. So Lord knows what he'll say about your black ass, okay? And Eminem's a white rapper. So his record's gonna be on every station, the country station, the talk station. The black rapper's just on Hot 97. Now you gotta watch where you sit, everybody. You can't sit 50 near Ja Rule. You can't sit Jay-Z near Nas. Everybody gotta watch out for. You got the Olsen twins over there, so then you gotta put R. Kelly way up there. Oh, yo.
Okay.
We're now recording. So
we're
watch everything
recording.
you say.
We watch everything.
Unlike the Daily Show last night when you said we were doing drugs. Chris Rock is here, everybody.
Yeah.
He's spoken of on this podcast often. Fondly.
Fondly?
What do you call him?
He's the shadow executive of the podcast.
Shadow executive.
Never heard it. Never will hear it. But you know, we both play a large role in one another's lives over the phone. Now he's going to deny it. And it's nice to be here. It's nice to have you. I appreciate you.
Welcome to my home.
Yes.
This is your rental home.
It's my California. Yeah,
it's nice.
As I work on Machiavelli. I'm in LA. As I work on my new opus.
And you're doing press for
Fargo season 4,
and also your learning disability. You seem to be doing.
I wasn't really, things come out, Neil. I give the public me. I'm just, and it's easier than apologizing to a lot of people individually. So you just,
I was sick.
You just do it over the airwaves.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I guess I can get a little of that.
It was very satisfying for me. For you to have a learning disability because...
Careful.
No, it was very satisfying for me because we would argue about our different styles. Basically, I feel like I made you less cynical and you made me more cynical. Meaning...
I have that effect on people.
on the world in some way.
I have that effect on people.
And I would argue that I made you realize that there is value to feelings.
It's not. I never didn't think there were value to feelings, Neil. Maybe there's value to my feelings. Maybe,
yeah, there's value to. There's like your sort of gruff old exterior.
Well, I'm always like, okay, I'm the head of the family, right?
Right.
So, me and my kids, and sometimes I'm the boss at work more times than not. So, my feelings don't matter in the overall pantheon of moving things forward.
Right.
We can't slow down for my feelings.
Would you say that you found out that you kind of need to, though?
I need to slow down individually, yes, but I will never inflict my feelings on others.
But no. I think you do. I think you inflicted your feelings on others by not addressing your feelings. So then I bet that the next time you run a thing or you
run an organization,
yeah, your management style will be different than would have been 5 years ago.
Probably a little bit
from being like softer.
Nah, I mean, it's weird. There's a bunch of jobs I won't even take just producing things and directing things, because some of them, especially like a nightly show or certain things just required an urgency.
Yeah.
And sometimes you have to raise your voice when things get urgent.
Yeah.
But raising your voice is against the law now. So I will not take the job. I will politely passing them. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you got to assess what piece of talent you're working with. So some people don't need to be pushed. Jimmy Butler of the Miami Heat does not need to be pushed.
Yeah.
But Tyler Hero might need a foot in his ass. You know what I mean? Like, he might.
Well, that's the thing about Riley is he's apparently like a real hard ass. Like, and practice. I didn't realize there's a Lakers book called Showtime about the 80s Lakers, and he would practice the fuck out of them, I didn't know that.
Well, the Miami Heat or the LA, Pat Riley's teams are always the best conditioned teams in the league. It's very rare those guys get tired. They're like
fat.
Or
I guess
fat.
Shaq was fat.
They're like track stars. Right. Shaq was the one. Okay, he can be fat.
Yeah.
He can have a donut, but the rest of you motherfuckers got to get this salad. And that's how you like my Pat Riley
That's
impression.
a good Pat Riley.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say now I want to play a game because we don't.
What's
have a
the
ton of
game?
time. The game is going to be called Bianca. It's going to be true or false. Bianca's trying to.
Did Mick Jagger marry a Bianca?
He did. Bianca Jagger.
It's another Bianca.
I don't remember. We're going to try to guess what it's a Chris Rock. Believe it or not, true, false, whatever. I'll have you try to guess what.
This is great.
Okay, we're going to start with. I'm doing 3 mics live in New York City.
Okay.
Right.
Chris Rock would call me almost every day and say, "What, Bianca?"
God.
Is it fill in the blank? For
Yeah,
Chris
if you
Rock?
can think of yeah.
What would I say now?
What do you think he would say to somebody doing
Something-
a successful one-person show?
Okay, something negative.
Get rid of one of those mics or...
No, you did give me a good note, which is stay in the mic area. That was a good note. But he would call me just about every day and go, "Don't kill yourself.
Why?
You kill yourself. Don't kill yourself." Now I know that he's a grizzled old detective, and that's his way of showing
Well, and
that
also,
he cares.
I really didn't want you to kill yourself. I was
Right.
like, obviously this is a man
This is
who's
a
thought
kid.
about killing himself.
He's a kid in
And
pain.
So what do you say to a guy that's obviously
You say
given a lot of thought about killing himself?
What a normal person says, "Hey man, how you doing?" But you, being a grizzled old detective,
Well, I just get to the point.
Yes.
They're all bullshit. They don't what
kill.
they're really trying to say is don't kill yourself.
don't kill yourself. Great. I just wanted to get that out.
At least,
Okay, that
put it this way, if you
was
killed
about
yourself
Neil.
and all those people got together, they would all go, did anybody tell him not to kill himself? And I would be the
I
one
kept asking
person.
him how he was,
And I'd
he'd
be like, I feel good. I'm going to
good
go
with
have a
this.
meal.
My conscience
You
is
guys
clean.
sit here and cry. I know I told him not to kill himself.
I have a joke with our friend Dave Chappelle, which Chris's love language is open hostility. Some people give gifts. Some people words of encouragement. Chris Rock, open hostility. That was a joke that when I told you, I felt like I hurt your feelings a little bit.
Feelings.
Did you agree?
I thought it was just biting humor.
Yeah, no, it is. It was biting humor, but there's some truth to it. I don't know if you know,
I'm just saying, when
Bianca, Chris's aunt had a cat. What was that cat's name?
Fill in the blank.
my aunt's cat, but so he doesn't have to say it. My aunt's cat's name was Nigger.
Hard R?
Hard R.
This is also the aunt who said
this is also the aunt that said a broke man is like a broke hand. Can't do nothing with it.
were you close with this aunt?
Yeah.
Is she still around?
Nah, she died a while back.
Would she call for the cat?
Yes, she would. She would call nigga, like my aunt. Yeah.
Would you almost come before you remember the cat's name? Look, I got to make that joke.
Hey.
Legally, I got to make that joke.
That's so funny.
Okay, now at Chris's school in 1975? This is the first year, but you were in the first year of busing, correct?
I was bused. Let's see. Okay, I'm born in 65, so in 75 I'm 10. See how long it took me to realize that?
It's that learning disability.
That's that learning disability. I've literally had to count it. So I'm 75, I'm 10, so I would say in
What's funny is that you're born in 65.
Dr. King's alive.
Yes. That's the thing of like how much, like the Voting Rights Act.
The Voting Rights Act doesn't happen until 68. So I'm born, my parents can't vote.
Wow.
I mean, they can, but it's
dicey.
they're going to get, like, as you pointed out a few weeks ago, like they're going to get probably fucked up at the polls.
Yeah, they're going to get their ass kicked.
But what's important about that is not that Martin Luther King was so long ago. It's that it was so recent.
Yes.
It's not that you're so old. It's that wasn't that long ago.
I'm old. No. Yeah.
Yes, his parents, you're the oldest?
I'm the oldest of my mother's kids, yeah.
So could not vote. Did they vote the first year?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I have no, They
didn't like make it.
they eventually voted, but yeah, I don't,
Fantastic. Okay. Now, Chris is bused to one of the first years of busing.
Okay.
Now,
so about 73, 72, 73.
72, 73. When the black kid, there were how many black, like 10% of the school was black?
No. It was me, PS277 was me and three black girls.
Out of?
I don't know, it was at a school.
800? 1,000?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Oh.
4 kids out of that. So you would get, when the bell would ring,
Yeah.
everyone would,
that grade school was... Grade school, like my first days of grade school, I remember there were like parents outside with like signs, no busing.
Oh my God.
Niggas go home, whatever, right? That was grade school.
Shitty.
And it was, it was hostile and kids would call you nigger and spit on you and throw
regular stuff.
Bags of shit and piss at you for the holidays. But,
for the holidays.
I'm getting gassed
for the holidays,
at school.
occasional teachers would call you a monkey or whatever.
Yeah, please. That's the story I'm trying to get to.
Like teachers would
explain these stories.
Neil's going somewhere.
Teachers would tell you shit under your breath. The janitors.
The bell would ring at 3 in high school or late.
One time or a couple of times. I just remember. Yeah, because we used to get out early, like they would let us out at 2:45.
They let the black kids out early so they
For
wouldn't
safety?
get beat up.
Yeah, dude, kind of like get that over with because you don't want to just. It's easier to watch you. So we get out at 2:45.
It's in the 1700s.
Yeah, and there was so I remember one of my teachers. Time to let the animals free or some.
Time
shit
to
like
let the animals free.
Yeah.
And then the janitor said something. You said something awful.
Savages or something. I don't know.
Yeah, just
man.
Wow.
awful.
It just-
But everyone's against you. Just everyone.
I mean,
in
it
this
wasn't
school's
even
against
me. It was like
you and 4 other people.
it was just whatever.
That were just against black people.
Yeah, it was just They probably didn't know my name.
insane.
Yeah.
And have you in therapy and all the shit you're doing, are you acknowledging that how crazy that is?
Yeah, it's weird. I've always been able to tell jokes about it, but yeah, now in therapy, I'm allowed to, experience it as trauma.
Yeah,
you can say,
and not feel like a bitch. Feel like
like a bitch, and yeah,
and like I should. That's a fine thing to acknowledge that happened.
It's a fine thing to acknowledge, and it's also. The thing about trauma is when you experience trauma, it's not that it's basically whenever you think about it like it's happening for the first time.
Yeah, your body doesn't know it doesn't know if it's present, past, or future.
Right.
Yes.
So, yeah, therapy's allowed me to put it in the past. Like, therapy's allowed me to go, okay, I'm probably not going to get jumped today.
Yeah. Which is hard.
Which it took me a long time to like.
Now, having said that, you were getting jumped later into your career than I remember. I would have guessed.
I got robbed. The last time I got robbed was like the first week I was on SNL.
What happened?
Still makes me laugh.
On DeKalb Avenue.
Oh no.
I was walking up DeKalb Avenue and some guys punched me in the face and pulled a gun on me. And, big deal.
Yeah.
I lived in Brooklyn.
Yeah, big deal.
I lived in Brooklyn before it was hip. I was born in South Carolina, raised in Brooklyn. But I never moved to Manhattan when I did SNL because I knew I couldn't get a cab.
Right.
So I had to have a car. It cost whatever, $300 a month to park a car.
A red Corvette.
In Manhattan.
You need a permit or something, right?
Right. So, it's just like, it costs too much to park a car in Manhattan, so I got to live in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want, Farley to have to get me a cab every day.
Was it known that you can't get
really
a cab?
funny.
Yeah. It's still known nowadays, but now I'm kind of an old man. So it's like...
No, like in the late 80s, early 90s, you
early
could
90s,
not get a cab.
So I was 20, whatever, but I looked a lot younger. Yeah, no cab was stopping. Pre-Uber,
Yeah, like it was...
Whatever, it's not... I'm not...
It's just interesting.
I'm not going to sit here and act like...
I just liked how late you got robbed.
Yeah.
Didn't you have a black eye in your
like
SNL
that?
cast photo or something?
Yeah, my SNL cast photo... There's a lot of makeup on.
No.
Because I kind of had a black eye. But it's a black and white picture, so it's hard to tell, but my makeup's so thick. Because I had a fucking black eye.
Do you think Phil Hartman or Kevin Nealon had the same problem?
No. Maybe Phil Hartman. Phil Hartman had more problems.
Yeah.
It turns out. It turns out. Phil was living far more dangerous.
Explain to Bianca what happened to the McDonald's in your neighborhood? Because I have a hard time explaining this to people in a believable way.
I lived in a poor neighborhood. My neighborhood was so poor that our McDonald's went out of business. McDonald's on Broadway and I believe Kosciuszko, right around there, was literally, they might have opened it back up since then, but yeah, like literally a McDonald's boarded up. Like they couldn't
make it work.
They couldn't compete with the Chinese restaurants' chicken wings. Like they couldn't.
A $2 sandwich was too big.
They could not fuck with the bodega. Like no. Yeah, we had a McDonald's go out of business.
Okay, this is
true story.
This is another true story that
Neil marvels at my life.
Yeah,
yes.
Neil's writing your biography.
Explain to Bianca,
like a Benjamin Button or something.
What happened?
Like I have some great tales.
What happened? What did bullies? You said that bullies will imitate whatever they've seen in a movie.
Well, I'm just saying. Okay, here's what Neil's alluding to. I don't know. Can we look up what year?
Deliverance came out in Deliverance, right?
Yeah.
Deliverance came out in 75, I believe.
Yeah. So in 75, Deliverance comes out.
Yes.
I'm 10, and the common thing was for guys to like gang up on one of their friends and kind of try to rape them.
Squeal like a pig?
Squeal Like a Pig.
And Squeal Like a Pig.
Squeal Like a Pig was some real shit.
What?
You're from a different planet.
I'm from a different planet. Like, that shit was like, yo.
Yeah, people think like cyberbullying is a problem.
Right.
No.
You're saying
cyberbullying ain't shit. And like, when first of all, Burt Reynolds was the biggest star in the world. Was basically The Rock. Okay, he was like that, because it wasn't just that he was such a big star. And yeah, that was the number one scene, the most talked about scene.
Is it John Boyd or Burt Reynolds that got
No, it was Ned Beatty got raped in Deliverance. And that was very common for a lot of shit went down. I never got raped, but there was
people getting
definitely
raped or just the we're gonna
definitely the attempted rapes were for real.
At like house parties.
At house parties, just like whatever. Just like you're around.
dudes don't talk about this enough.
I've never heard of it
rape?
before. Before
First
he
off,
said it on the phone.
Thousands of men get raped.
No,
every year.
I know that. I just mean like as a playful bullying thing.
Yeah,
70s were different.
Thousands of men get raped every year.
They were playing tackle, not tag.
Yeah, and a lot of them happen in locker rooms and stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's there's shit like that. Like I would hear about circle jerks. I've never seen that in my life. By the way. That seems like some prep school shit.
Yeah. So
whereas in locker rooms in
it
the
was
city.
it was Deliverance was the big movie.
That's so insane and hilarious to me, and just insane.
Yeah. I'm from a different planet.
Yes, Chris's father used to say about if you were trying to make a decision. What do you think his father would say about making a decision? Well, just guess.
I don't know.
My father would say, you need to make a decision before the white man makes one for you. Because you're not going to like his decision. No. So you better figure this shit out right now.
Some true...
Before the white man jumps in on this shit.
Will you explain what your father's job was? Because it's an interesting, his role.
Okay, my father was a truck driver, right? And he drove for lots of places, New York Daily News, Wrangell Brewery, Schulman's, Furs, whatever. He drove for a lot of places. But one of his jobs was they would call him when... basically when they were trying to break the union and get black guys in like the Teamsters or whatever, right? And so my father would go, my father's probably one of the first black drivers at Wrangell Brewery, or one of the first black drivers at the New York Daily News. Him and maybe two other guys, right? And one of the reasons they chose my father is because he could take it. Mm. Much like the same reason Jackie Robinson's the 18th best black baseball player.
Right.
But he gets chosen because his demeanor.
He's the most stoic.
He's the most stoic. He can put up with this shit and keep playing. He's not going to jump in the stands and punch somebody in the face. And
so your dad was he would get harassed, basically.
Yeah, my dad would get harassed, as you will. By the way, it's the same thing. People throwing piss and shit at you and whatever. You ever see Gangs in New York? It's very much the same.
Gangs in New York, late 1800s. Go ahead.
But the
spirit's the exact same.
The spirit is exactly the same. So my dad could take it, and later on in life, I could take it. I have a very high threshold for pain and people doing horrible shit to me.
Has that served you, do you think, or do you wish you were a little bit more affected?
It served me in business.
Right.
It has not served me in my personal, definitely situations I probably should have, said something about.
Oh, you'll take bullshit from people.
Yeah, just friends and whatever.
Yeah.
Just
people making you do podcasts.
I should have raised my voice.
Very interesting.
I should, yeah.
But that's almost like that. I was saying on the way over here, parents didn't have no one had good childhoods before 1980. The idea of a good childhood is a fairly new concept.
Well, yeah, parents were basically judged. 80% of a parent's grade was attendance.
Yeah.
Right.
Now it's like 50% of your grade is attendance.
Yeah.
But it used to be, well, my dad's here.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all it took.
Yeah, he hit me and threw a bag of piss at me, but
He's here. I saw my mom. She fed us every day. That was all it really required. Now it's like, yeah.
yeah, you have to be decent.
Yeah, you got to be better with personnel.
Oh, you know what I was going to ask you? I think it's good to call your children personnel. I think that's a good approach. I think it's a really good approach. What has having daughters taught you about women? Because I noticed, I was having a conversation with another friend of ours who has a daughter, and he's like, yeah, but she's a daughter. So he was like letting her daughter deal with emotions in a different way than he would have his son.
Well, what has it taught me about women? It hasn't taught me a lot, honestly.
I know as a womanologist, you kind of like...
I mean, put it this way. You're right. Your son is different. And the reality is the whole world stops for a crying woman. The whole company will stop. What is wrong with Pam?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody stopping for Phil, man.
Yeah.
Phil better get back to motherfucking work.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with motherfucking Phil?
Don't be doing all that shit at the desk, man. Go to the
Phil,
bathroom.
what the fuck is up with Phil?
Yeah.
Somebody talk to that motherfucker?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah. So no, but I would say you're a whiteologist and a womanologist, and I was wondering if
I mean, no one's a womanologist. I mean, your daughter's
it's impossible.
It's fucking impossible.
You can't. Yeah, they don't have enough time.
You just don't have
Too
enough
many
time.
variations.
Too many variations. Just try to please,
And
man.
you can't get a straight answer from women
Just
about what they're like.
Fucking try to
We're both
please.
womanologists. Don't worry about it.
Just try to please.
You guys went to the same university.
We sure did.
I just try to please. I just try to please. Yeah, what's my joke? I got daughter that's 19, I got a daughter that's 18, a daughter that's 16, and I got an ex-wife that's 50, and I got a mother that's 75. When they don't get what they want, they sound exactly the same.
Yeah, you've said that joke to me as I can show you their text.
If I showed you the transcript, you couldn't tell them apart.
It's a betrayal on like a absolute spiritual level. Was Chris Rock a signed rapper at any point?
A signed rapper?
A signed or
Yeah.
a side rapper?
A signed rapper.
Yes.
Yes, I was
Maybe
a signed
from-
rapper.
People don't know
I
it.
think it was Atlantic. There's demos out there somewhere.
Wait, you really wanted to rap?
I'm from fucking. I'm born in '65. I saw Grandmaster Flash play in the park. I've been to the disco fever.
He's still hoping to be a rapper at some point.
I'm that guy.
Do you have any mixtapes lying around?
Somewhere.
Signed rapper. Now,
DJ'd before I ever told a joke, and it was actually not bad. Could cut, backspin.
Ever?
could you break dance?
No, I could never break dance. But
Breakdancing is so hard. It's all abs.
yeah.
You need
And
so
then
many abs.
you saw, so you were rapping maybe and scratching, working at Red Lobster. Then you saw Eddie at Radio City.
Red Lobster.
I saw Delirious and was like, oh, okay, that's what I should be doing. What the Radio City story is basically me online. It's like one of those things. My father's got the paper. We're the only people on the block with the New York Times. And it's a big full-page ad. Eddie Murphy's going to be playing Radio City. Tickets go on sale tomorrow. Okay, I'll get there at 11 o'clock and buy some tickets. This is back.
Yeah, no, it's prehistoric times where you had to go to a place to buy a ticket.
It's prehistoric times. So the line was 6 city blocks long.
Oh my God.
It's the longest line you've ever seen in your life. It was like one of those depression lines.
Bread line?
Waiting for bread, yeah.
Yeah, like one of those depression lines. Like Eddie Murphy is going to be in a building
Yeah.
in 6 months. You know. Anyway,
Yes, I'll wait.
I'll wait, and I get online, and I'm just reading my paper, and like, comic strip. Audition night. Maybe I should go there. And I left line and walked from Radio City to the comic strip. Audition night was not that night. They sent me to Catch. I went to Catch. There was about 40 people outside waiting to pick a number, one of 7 numbers. You pick a number, and if you pick one of those 7 numbers, you get to perform that night. I got number 7.
Ooh.
I'd never performed ever.
Had you thought of shit to maybe?
I was thinking of shit online while I was on the line.
So you mean in the line?
In the line.
I'm like,
back
online?
in the
This is
80s,
the 70s.
online meant you were in a line.
I was on the
I
line.
was confused.
And by the way, of the 40 people, maybe 30 of them had already auditioned before, and it was just a normal thing. Like
they just went back
like
every
you see
week.
open micers, the
Yeah.
same open micers. And so they're all like, "Oh, your first time? Oh, okay, that's good. Get this one under your belt. This is my 9th or whatever. One day you'll be good or whatever the fuck, whatever it was. Anyway, cut to I'm the only guy that passed
that night.
that night.
And
so
you
nice.
had the joke you had, the one
Brett
good joke.
Butler had passed the week before me.
Rest in peace. I'm kidding.
No, she's,
No,
she's
I know,
alive,
she's
right?
still alive.
She's alive, right?
Yeah.
Oh, she was great. She
She was funny.
She was like my bud.
And you had Here Comes the Neighborhood, right?
Maybe I got it that night. Yeah, I think I did have it that night.
What were you talking about? Just no recollection.
I said some bad joke about Miles Davis is so black, lightning bugs follow him in the daytime. And
Funny.
I don't know, maybe 2 more minutes of jokes.
Right.
And I kind of killed.
Yeah. And did you feel like, oh shit, were you like, I shouldn't be killing, or like, this is easy?
It was more like, this is easy. It wasn't like I shouldn't be killing. My ego.
Like, what's the big deal?
What's the big deal? This comedy
Why are you
thing.
waiting for Eddie Murphy?
And I proceeded to kill for about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So my first 3 weeks, I'm annihilating.
Wow.
I'm killing to the point they're like, we're thinking about bringing in the SNL people to see you. Like my first year, right? And I brought a girl. I had a
That'll do
girlfriend
it.
back
I
then.
know how this story goes.
And I brought Kim. And I proceeded to bomb for the next 3 years.
No.
Yeah, that's what happens.
I proceeded to, it took me 3 years to even get back to that point.
What do you think it was? Just one of them things?
It's that thing, that confidence and arrogance. Once
Yeah.
you get that, like the comedian can't get to that arrogant place.
Yeah.
Gotta be confident. But once you cross that line,
Yeah.
it's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Is
And
it that the failure that like threw you off?
Well, I
Bombing?
was probably too cocky up there. First of all, I was young as fuck. And I
What were you,
looked young.
19, 20?
It's like 19, 20. And I looked,
yeah,
but
so
I
you're
looked like 13.
Yeah.
I mean, I weighed like 130 pounds or something.
You couldn't find clothes that fit.
Yeah, like I was
Any
that,
picture of you before 1990, nothing fits.
Yeah,
Everything is too big.
I was so skinny, right? So I really, a lot of stand-up is, there's a reason there's no Justin Bieber of comedy.
Yeah.
There's no Lil Wayne. Like Eddie Murphy is the closest thing we've ever had to a young comedian. And all the rest of them are 30 years old.
Right.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
start.
Yeah.
There's
Before you've
one
heard
young
of them,
guy.
yeah.
One guy that was 22 and fucking ripped it. But all the rest of them are kind of grown men and women. And so I was young. And part of the reason is just no one believes you when you're that young.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's no point of view. There's no
You have no point of view. And it's
dating,
like, what do you know?
yeah.
What the fuck do you know, kid?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
But they'll take Miles Davis being black. But
Yeah.
You don't need to. Any age can see that.
Yeah, take your silly shit, but yeah.
Have you ever talked about why your family moved up from South Carolina? Is that like legal?
Allegedly, I don't know. Here's the thing: I hate all civil rights movies.
What?
Don't get me wrong. I applaud the effort
Right.
and they should exist. The problem is they only show the back of the bus and the lunch counter. They actually make racism look very like fixable.
Right.
And they don't really get into how dysfunctional the relationships were. And like in the 40s and 50s, like white men would just walk in your house and take your food. You know, like
Yeah. They would just come into your house. They wouldn't knock.
what do you think would happen during the Depression when people are hungry?
Oh,
and
no,
white
like,
people
just
are
go-
hungry. And like, oh, there's black people cooking on that side of town. What do you think would happen? They would walk in your house and take your
Yeah, it's
shit.
like a predator-prey relationship.
It's a predator-prey relationship. What do you think white guys, what do you think when it was time to rape, they were raping white women? No, they would go and rape the women they could actually rape without going to jail for. Okay? Or sexual assault, just like, you know, guys and all that shit. You know, all that shit. This shit is so much more, you know, racism and Jim Crow is so much dirtier than any movie ever shows.
It's insidious. It's in every single act and interaction.
Just the amount of rules that existed. I mean, you were probably going to get to this at some point. Like, but I always tell the story of my mother used to get her teeth taken out at the vet
Yeah.
because you weren't allowed to go to the dentist. Like no movie shows you that.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh well, if we give them some eggs, they'll be fine.
Yeah, we just gotta not.
Why are these
Gotta
black
figure out
people
this counter,
complaining?
the seating. Once we
We've
get the
allowed
seating
them.
thing squared away,
They can get the Grand Slam breakfast at Denny's. Why are they marching?
but there was the thing where someone kind of got left behind at why your family had to move.
Yeah, something happened with somebody got killed.
Neil knows more. Neil,
Somebody-
story.
we wanna
Somebody
be
might
supposed to be
have.
vague about it.
There might be a dead white person somewhere.
Because
Over-
if
Time
four
to go.
white guys came into the house,
No.
and
You gotta
they
move.
got
Yeah, so
three of them were done.
I'm not
doing
gonna. I'm
what
not
they had
gonna
to do,
give the story any
and
justice,
then-
but
maybe something
there's
happened.
a few of my friends have similar stories too. Like some violence
then
went down,
if
and
the black people were
the family had
responsible,
to
they had-
get out of the South.
Pretty great racism, everybody. Google it.
Yeah.
Why do you?
Why do I?
No, hey, explain the social media, the Steve Carlton thing. That's the
Steve Carlton story?
Steve. You and I don't like preening on social media, which a lot of people do. Like a lot of people like constant self-congratulations on social media.
Yeah.
And you and I are not fans of it. And you say it's because Al Franken and Conan used to just like
Al Franken
hobble you.
It's so weird that people
What?
get in so much trouble now for bussing balls, but
Yeah.
thank God these motherfuckers were just mean and condescending to me. 'Cause
And it was like Conan.
and Smigel, actually Odenkirk was really nice. I mean, by the way, Conan and those guys,
Right, they're not like you fucking. They weren't fucking deliverancing.
They weren't delivering to me. They're just like, putting me in my place at the time. But one of the great stories that helped my career out was Al Franken pulls me to the side because I'd had a really good show, the Michael Jordan show.
Michael Jordan when he hosted Saturday
When he
Night Live.
hosted SNL. This is Michael Jordan with musical guest Public Enemy.
Oh my God, what a show.
It was the season premiere in 1991.
Anyway, and I had a really good show. And then the next week, I had a bad show. And one of the reasons I had a bad show is because I was, again, this is the same thing about being really funny, getting too cocky, and trying to find that place again. But Al Franken told me this story about this pitcher, Steve Carlton. Probably the best left-handed pitcher in the history of baseball. Second, Randy Johnson would be number one, Steve Carlton number two, right? So Steve Carlton would only pitch if this guy, Tim McCarver, would catch him. That was the deal. If Carlton pitches, McCarver catches him. So, the game isn't just physical, the game's mental baseball, right? And they found that some hitters, if they let them get a hit early in the game, they wouldn't try as hard later in the game. So there were certain guys they would let get on base. It's like, just throw this guy an easy fastball, let him get on base, and we don't got to worry about that guy later. He's so selfish. He's just going to be like, I got mine. Whatever happens, happens. And Franken's like, that's what happened with you. You got yours at the Michael Jordan show, and then next week you're just too cocky and relaxed. And you got to have that hunger every night. So Al Franken kind of saved my life.
Wow.
So I go hard.
Yeah.
That's
and
why. That's what I do. I go
and the thing
hard.
that I like about you is you try.
Yeah.
Like you, during the press, you were saying that you had like mirror, or you told me you had a mirror and microphone stand set up in your house for years before Bring the Pain, which is like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That you were actually practicing.
I practice all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like easy or fluid or, yeah.
Wait, I have an SNL question.
If you stay in shape, you don't have to get in shape.
Well, hello.
Thank you.
Floyd Mayweather, baby.
You know how
Money Mayweather.
sometimes when what's his face, Jimmy Fallon would laugh and people like, is there something when you're doing the sketches, breaking the fourth wall, or kind of like, why did people get annoyed at it? Because there is something funny when you.
It's kind of new because when I was there, you would get in trouble for laughing at it.
You could not just be like,
Lord,
we're doing a show.
No, I was like, yo, this ain't the Carol Burnett show. Like, no disrespect to Carol Burnett, but that was.
Yeah, that's
when I was doing SNL, you laughing during the thing was not. Was not encouraged. Put it that way.
So it's just like, no, we got to keep it together.
Yeah, we keep it together here.
That makes sense.
Here's a good one. Which is worse?
Which is worse?
Slavery or Jim Crow?
Wow, they're both.
You've said your answer. We've spoken about this before, and it's a.
Well, I mean,
your thoughts on this?
The thing about slavery is like, slavery is slavery. It has rules. You know you're a slave. Other people have been slaves.
Yeah.
The thing about Jim Crow is like this fake reality.
Yeah.
That we're free. And yeah, I mean, I don't even know how to answer this. I mean, when people say slavery ended whatever years ago, I always go, no, slavery ended. I count Jim Crow as part of slavery.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, slavery ended in 1975. That's when I'm like, okay, I'm black. I kind of have some shot of making this thing work. The playing field's not equal, but there are avenues and caves of success I can go into. 75.
The thing
10 years after my birth.
Yeah. You said
To put it in perspective.
You go,
and I'm not exaggerating.
Yeah. You said you understand slavery, but Jim Crow is just fucking mean.
Well, Jim Crow's just the meanest. You have sadistic captors.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, oh, we got guys, okay, we have this thing because we want people to work our land. I can kind of understand that on some level. This other shit, water fountains and all this shit and all these, you ever crack open a Jim Crow book?
Not really.
They're really thick. And the amount of laws just walking down the street and and you're walking, but if a white woman's walking your way, you have to jump, you have to be in the gutter. You can't be on the sidewalk and like all of this shit that's, and in some states may even still be on the books.
Yeah.
There's a ton of rules about, how much bread you can buy. It's ridiculous how intricate it was.
Yeah, it's fucking mean. It's mean.
It's just mean.
In closing, Chris,
we're almost done with this thing?
because we got to do the thing.
We got to do drugs?
Chris, yeah.
Oh, wait, I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I have questions.
What are the questions?
What's the most expensive gift you've ever given a woman?
Ooh, I'm not even going to say.
Yeah,
What?
somebody's going to be pissed is why he can't say.
I'm not going to say.
Okay, next.
I'm not going to say, but she knows what it is.
Okay, do you have any phobias?
Do I have any phobias? I don't think I do.
I can think of one.
Say
I said, why are you, if you have money, or I didn't bring up, you just said the reason you're doing arenas and pushing so hard.
And my phobia of being poor?
Yes.
More
specific.
I don't want to be just at... Well, Dave actually just said this on the Letterman thing. Like, I like being famous.
Yeah.
I do not want to be the miscellaneous black dude.
You said you didn't want to go back to being your aunt's cat.
Yeah. Thank you. Let's not get in trouble, Dale.
You didn't want to go back to that.
I didn't want to go back to that.
Does being famous feel the way you imagined it when you weren't famous?
Just being... And I never thought about it when I wasn't famous.
You weren't but like as an open micer, come on, you could be like, yo, I'm gonna kill it like Eddie.
It's weird though, because my name is actually Chris Rock.
You just knew?
And no. I just had this weird... Okay, so if you're the only black kid, only black boy in your grade, in your whole school, guess what? You're famous.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody fucking knows who you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So you're like
yes.
You already.
You know what I mean? Like, weird. I mean, it's not a...
You're
no one's
known,
asking for your autograph or anything, but I'm known as a motherfucker.
Is there...
People are pointing, but it's for the wrong reason.
It's for the wrong reason, yeah.
Was there... what's the biggest...
I had a police escort, but not for reasons of fame.
What's the biggest letdown and the biggest surprise about being famous?
I don't know. I mean...
Like, can you get away with shit? Like, can you...
No, especially now. You really can't get away with shit.
Yeah, that's true.
What is the biggest letdown? I don't know. The only letdown to me is you can't cut it off. And I don't really feel like caring about my appearance that much.
Yeah.
So
Tell me about it.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
I just like, oh, God. Probably the number one reason I never took any of these talk show offers, because I don't want to care. I don't want to think about my fucking appearance every day.
You got to get a haircut every day. You got to get... Yeah. No, it's a pain. It takes 45... It takes it's
there's nothing funny about it. There's nothing funny about vanity.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, who would you say in person had a charismatic effect over women? A rapper. You've said it before that women would be shocked to hear.
Ooh, Biggie?
Yes.
Yeah, Biggie had lots of women coming after him.
Like before he was that popular.
I feel like he rapped about having a lot of women.
But you didn't believe it because it's a big fat motherfucker.
I believe
That's what was fun about it. It all seemed fake.
He was a very charismatic cat. The couple of times I saw him was like, yeah, they were on him. They were on him.
God bless him.
God bless him.
And in closing, you're at a nightclub in Atlanta and a dwarf lady is trying to get your attention.
A dwarf lady?
Yeah, that was funny. I was at the club.
Oh, that's real.
I was in my Pookie from New Jack City days, and girls are coming up to me or whatever, and this girl, I guess she's a little person.
Little person, yeah.
And she's like, "Where you staying?" I was like, "Nah, come on." And then she goes, "Can't blame a bitch for trying." I'll always love her for that.
Chris Rock, ladies and gentlemen.
Yay.
Chris Rock.
Thank
now
you.
We're probably going to do illegal shit. That's none of your business. God bless.
Goodbye.
I wanted to ask you if I could list you as my emergency contact.
Absolutely. I'm the guy. You should call me if anything goes wrong. Like Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction.
And if anything happens, you'll raise my husband and son?
Yes.
Can I have like kind of a dope funeral?
The Reverend CeeLo Green is going to perform the service.
Yes.
The catering is going to be done by Roscoe's.
Wow. Thank you.
So good. People are going to be rooting for your death.
Thank you so much. You thought of everything.
Hey, Chris, what's up, man? How you doing?
Hey, how's it going, Nate?
I'm good, man. I'm a huge fan, so I'll try not to fan out. I'll get to business. I know time is limited. How are you doing, though? 2020 was wild. 2021, the world is starting to open back up. Like, how is Chris doing?
I'm doing well. I mean, my friends and family are healthy. I lost a lot of people, man. But
Sorry to hear that.
The ones that are here are doing well. And you gotta appreciate what you have.
You recently told Hollywood Reporter that you were diagnosed with a condition called nonverbal learning disorder.
Yes.
When did you recognize this or know that you had this?
A friend of mine told me that I may have Asperger's. So I got it checked. And it turned out that I had something that was a lot like Asperger's. I kind of have a hard time with nonverbal cues with people. I've always have. I didn't know I did, but I'm great with words. I can hear and I can but most communication, they say 70% of all communication is nonverbal. So my relationships, even with my family or women I dated or whatever, it was always something a little off. And I couldn't put my finger on it. And being diagnosed with it has put me in a position where I have a specialist, I got doctors, I got, certain medicines and stuff that help me deal with it. And honestly, with anything, once you're diagnosed, it opens it up to you. Everything's easier once you're diagnosed.
This month is Mental Health Awareness Month, and I'm kind of going off script, but I know that you talk openly about therapy. How important is it for people to realize, it's okay not to be okay, and that therapy is something we should all at least...
Therapy is something we all need, It's definitely okay to not be okay. It's also just we live in this world where everybody wants to be so self-made, and I did this by myself. And what happens is we shut ourselves off from people, and we don't ask for help for a lot of things we need help for. And therapy, I do a therapist, I do 2 therapists, and I do a group. Telling people my problems, but also hearing other people's problems and realizing that you're not alone. You're not a freak. You're not a bad person because, you might have done something or you acted out here or there. You know what I mean? So we need to, that was kind of the good thing about the pandemic in a weird way. We knew we needed each other, and if you can, talk to people, your whole life, everything will be better.
At this point in your career, you could chill, you could relax, you could take roles that are completely comfortable. But when you think about Fargo and even the Saw movie, which what we're talking about, it's like you're selecting roles that really show off your versatility. What draws you to roles like this?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not old, but I'm not a kid. Right. So it's time for me, just as an actor, to play grown-ass men. People say, oh, man, you look good for your age. You look 40, whatever, until a 40-year-old shows up. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And I feel like the theme of this movie, or at least parts of it, very fitting for what's going on right now. Police corruption is a somewhat of a thread in this movie, and that seems very relevant. How important is it for a message like that to be shown on a scale like this?
It's weird. A lot of people keep asking, did we change up the script to address what was happening, right now with all the police stuff going on? And we didn't. Because the reality is the things that are happening with the police right now have been happening for hundreds of years. Hopefully that the gore and the comedy don't take away from some of the message, honestly.
This question may be silly, but have you ever experienced racial profiling?
A lot. I remember a cop said, what are you doing around here? And I said, what are you doing around here? This is an expensive neighborhood.
Thank you for watching. If you want more extra, hit the subscribe button and the bell so you'll never miss a video.
Wake that ass up early in the morning. The Breakfast Club. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest on the line right now, Chris Rock.
The legend, the walking
legend.
memorial.
There you go.
Chris Rock.
Walking memorial.
Walking.
What?
That's what.
Walking memorial. Remember Jay said that on the Hustling remix. Jay-Z said, I'm a walking memorial. Only a few people get that, by the way.
Okay. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll take walking memorial over a pot of wax stew. So, yeah.
That works.
How are you and your family, first and foremost, before we get into it?
Me and my family are kind of, I don't want to say great. We're doing amazing considering the circumstances. You know, I know a lot of people are suffering right now, but the Rocks are doing pretty good. My oldest daughter just left for college. She's in Paris, trying to be a documentary filmmaker. So I'm very proud. Yeah.
How often do you speak with her? Because I know you must speak with her a lot.
Right now, yeah, she kind of calls me every day right now, but I know that's gonna stop any moment. I know this too will pass, and it's good. It'll pass.
Well, your daughters are the ones that play basketball together?
Yeah, they both went to college this year.
Envy's daughter, your daughter goes where?
She goes to NYU.
Yes. These are beautiful things. These are beautiful, amazing accomplishments. So, yes, I'm good. I cannot complain in this time of COVID.
She might be safer in Paris than we are over here.
Yeah, she is going to be safer. I mean, you know, they got that. Their COVID is pretty high over there right now. But, you know, America's all over the place. So you're always safer somewhere else, unfortunately.
Let me ask you a question, Chris. You've lived through a lot of these injustices, cops getting no punishment for things that happen to Black people. How do you feel today?
You know what, man? I feel, you know, there's two levels. You're disappointed and you're hurt by what happened. It's not just the cops. Remember, there's a whole, everyone in the chain of command should have been on
judicial
trial.
System. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like whoever signed the papers that said, okay, go get her, you know, go get them, should be in there too. I'm also just upset that I'm used to this. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is not a surprise. Isn't that like, wow, it's like, you know, like the sun rises in the east. You know what I mean? It's like,
we would have been surprised if she did get justice.
Yeah, that would have been like the shock, you know? So it's sad that we're just here, you know, and her name is going to go on a stack of other names, you know, and there's a chance that 3 months from now that we're so busy with the next one that we forget about Breonna. That's, you know, not on purpose, but there's this, you know, the bodies just keep piling up.
What do you tell your daughter? You know, because your daughter is out there, she's in school, and what do you tell her? How do you tell her to move to make sure that she's safe?
You know, fortunately, you and I and everybody, you know, us five being, you know, on the radio right now, we live lives that because of our economic status, we're not exempt from what's going on, but we kind of, you know, we're kind of on a hill and we get to watch what's going on. So we're a little a tad safer. But yes, I do tell my daughters to keep their eyes open and their ears and be alert and just know where they are at all times, you know? But, you know, we've been blessed. So I'm not really worried about the cops knocking down my door right now. But I realize that, you know, it's not even about my daughters. It's like my cousins and my nephews and, you know, that have like normal jobs that are really out there on the front lines.
That's interesting to hear you say that, because I remember watching you getting pulled over all the time, and you're rich, you're famous. How have you ever felt free in this country? You can't possibly feel exempt.
No, I don't feel, I wouldn't say exempt, but I do, you know, like when you punch my name up, even if you don't recognize me, As soon as
There's
you
some
punch,
privilege.
somebody says something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like my life is as tough as, you know, my brother Andre or my cousin Ronald or my cousin Kamel. You know what I mean? Like, I'm, you know, I don't want to sound like a rapper, but I am Chris Rock. You know what I mean? And you know, membership has its privileges, but every now and then you forget your card.
Yeah.
And then you can't get in.
That's very true. You know, you're a comedian, so if you bomb, right, you know what you're doing isn't working. How does America make itself better when it doesn't even know it's bombing?
America's got a lot of issues right now. I mean, America has to, you know, America has to figure out, does anything work from the top down? You know what I mean? Does anything work? You know, does the presidency work? Does the Congress work? Does police work? Does like anything work? We really need a diagnostic check. You know what I mean? And see what's needed and what's not at this point. You know, it's not even about fixing any particular thing. You know, sometimes, you know, you hurt your knee, and because your knee's hurt, you're overcompensating, and now your hip's messed up. You know what I mean? So we don't really, you know, America's got so many problems right now, man. But the number one problem, you know, is we don't work together. You know, we're very adversarial.
Now, as a comedian, how do you make people laugh at this time with so much going on? You know, it's like between George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Donald Trump, racism. Like, how do you make people laugh?
I mean, here's, first of all, none of that is funny. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I love Dave's special he did on Netflix, because it was like, you know, it was kind of like, you ever hear the Malcolm X, the Ballad and the Bullet speech?
Yes,
Like,
absolutely.
it's very, like, yeah, Dave's special on Netflix, I believe, what is it, 861?
846?
846 is like, he did a special, and it's, you know, it's got some jokes in it, but it was really just like a mission statement. You know what I mean? Like realize a comedian is not just a funny person. A comedian's an orator. And right now, you know, maybe the job is just to speak. Maybe the job isn't to be funny.
Right.
Maybe, you know, one of the coolest things about being a comedian is the power to speak and get people's attention. We take that for granted, that a guy can get up and talk and get everybody to be quiet and listen to him. So maybe that's the thing right now. It's not really even about making light of this stuff because it's so heavy, you know?
Chris, you were in Yellow Springs. How was that for you, performing in the cornfield?
I love Yellow Springs. It's if people that don't know Yellow Springs, Dave Chappelle, the honorable, all praises due to honorable Dave Chappelle, is kind of running like a comedian summer camp in Yellow Springs, Ohio. That's his hometown. And Dave's kind of like the unofficial mayor of the town. And he, you know, Dave's got a bunch of land, and he kind of set up a stage in a cornfield. And it's everybody's socially distanced. We all got rapid COVID tests. So you land, your plane lands, you get off the plane, you get tested, you wait your 15 minutes or 20 minutes, however long it takes. And once you get your negative test, then they give you a wristband. And
Were you nervous while you were waiting for your results? Were you nervous?
I've been pretty separated. You know, I haven't been, you know, in the clubs, in the underground clubs.
But the flight, you know, traveling.
No, I got my own plane.
Yeah, we wasn't. Right, he wasn't. He didn't fly. He didn't get there the same way you got there. You took commercial. He was on his own plane.
I went out there twice also to Yellow Springs, and I was so nervous waiting those 15 minutes. I was like, man, I don't know. What if coming over here?
Y'all weren't on the same flight. Don't worry about it.
If you want to go again, hit me up. You can get on my plane. We'll go. It's all good. You're more than welcome. But yeah, it's nice to be in an atmosphere where everyone's tested, and it's Dave, so the weeds are plenty. And weeds are plenty, and mushrooms are plenty, and we go out.
I didn't know you could talk about that.
I mean, you guys can. I think that's the guy made the half baked, so
Right, the mushrooms. Did you do the mushroom tea?
I did the mushroom tea, and I just woke up 5 minutes ago. I can't even believe I made it here.
Did you see anything about yourself that you didn't?
The mushroom tea is so potent. I think I'm on The View right now. So that's how potent.
I'm Whoopi.
It's like you're Whoopi. Envy's Joy Behar.
No, Envy's Megan McCain, definitely.
I'm not no damn Megan McCain.
Did you see anything? Did the tea show you anything about life that you hadn't seen before?
You know what, man? I'm looking at this time, and it's like one thing about COVID and quarantine and all this stuff. It's like you really assess your moves right now. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like this is halftime, and it's like, you know what I mean? And first of all, great teams, great coaches make adjustments at halftime.
That's right.
The greats make adjustments, and the whack keep playing the way they were playing. So right now, I'm making adjustments in my life, making adjustments in my mental health. I'm making adjustments in my physical health. I'm trying, I call this the 3 pigs part of life. Remember the 3 pigs?
Yeah,
you have to really figure out 3 little pigs part of life. What kind of house have you made, Charlamagne? If you make it, is your life of sticks? Is it a straw? Is it a brick? Straw or bricks?
That's real.
But you don't know that until something happens, though. America thought it was a brick house.
That's right.
So did you make a brick house? And I'm telling you right now, I'm getting calls. Some of my friends have brick houses, but some of my friends' houses are made of straw. And I'm getting calls from famous people trying to sell me their cars.
Wow.
And like people we know that like get ready to lose their houses. Like people that have been on the Breakfast Club that like, yo, the houses are falling. So, yo, this is the time, nothing to be ashamed of, but from this point on, we know something can happen.
Yeah.
And we should live our lives accordingly.
Well, with that said, is there any of those people that you want to be the big bad wolf to? Because they fucked you over in the past?
Blow the house down.
I'm not blowing nobody's house down. I wish everybody well. When this thing went down, the first thing you do is like, how do I take care of the people I love? How do I take care of my loved ones? How do I make sure they're safe and secure and can, weather this storm? So, and I'm blessed, and I'm not the most religious person, but thank God I can like help out, my people. So this is truly a blessing.
How are you moving? How are you moving differently if you are moving differently than before? Because it just smacked us in the head. I mean, one weekend I was at Super Bowl with my son, and then next weekend the world was shut down.
Yeah, I mean, I'm downsizing on some level. I tell you that. I'm looking at, my father used to say, you better make some decisions before the white man makes them for you.
Wow.
and I'm I'm making some decisions. So, life's great, but at the same time, you're like, okay, what's sustainable?
Right.
Like if this happens again, because it could happen again. It happened once, it could happen again.
It's still not over.
Right. oh, okay, so can I ride out a year without working? Okay, that's good. But what if I have to ride out 3 years without working? Ooh, I don't know now. Ooh. So, you just making different moves and different investments and different, you set up your priorities are different. The people you surround yourself, you got to weed out some people, because trust is a whole nother level now. Like, do I, who are my friends that are really out in these streets?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
You're also getting to learn to know yourself a whole lot better.
Yes, I'm doing a lot of therapy now because I got the time, working on my, just go to my shrinks and go to my trainers and, just working on myself a lot. But yeah, definitely assessing who's in my life, and I got a lot. I actually know a bunch of people that have gotten COVID. I know like 7 people that got COVID. I know about 4 people that died of COVID.
Wow.
And most of them run these streets, So, you gotta be very careful about who's in your life because this COVID's real.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you could imagine not being able to taste food for 6 months or something.
Right.
Not like nothing you taste, you have no taste to it. You smell nothing. This like it's for real.
But for some essential workers and healthcare workers and people that still have to be on the front lines, I think it's harder for them to be able to avoid being out here too.
Yes. Yeah. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about, my friends that go to the underground club and go to, you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, my man got a bar going on in his basement. It's like, yo, what are you doing, money? What are you doing? Don't you have a mother? What's going on?
Right.
You know what I mean? But, America, hey, we're the #1 drug consumer in the world. So, of course, the #1 drug consumer in the world has a hard time following direction. It's like, why are we so amazed that the #1 consumers of heroin, cocaine, and alcohol can't follow directions?
That's real.
True.
Listen, you talked about therapy. You spending 7 hours a week in therapy. I love therapy myself. Was it the stage that served as your therapy before?
Yeah, you know what? Being on stage can be therapeutic, but you don't let it all out on stage. And it's like, the thing about therapy, what I learned, especially this round, it only works if you tell the absolute truth.
Yeah.
Like literally, because your relationship with your therapist is just that. It's a relationship. And people, when you have a relationship, you like to present the best version of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And, that can be a big disservice to you in therapy. In therapy, you actually, if you really want it to work, you should present the worst version of yourself. Mm-hmm. You should present the person you hate. Like, the part of you can't stand needs to be presented. So
but that's the
I've
truth.
been to therapy before, but I always, like a joke I used to do. I always used to bring my representative. Yeah. I never really brought me. And I brought me. I'm bringing me now, and I'm it's really helping me out.
What made you reveal that? Like, what made you peel back all those layers and say, I'm going to present me?
I don't know, man. It's just, some of it's just the COVID of it all. Just like having, once work shut down, you just have all this free time. And, it's the Michael Jackson song. I'm looking at the man in the mirror. And like, okay, you got money, you got fame, but you're sitting here by yourself. You know what I mean? Like, you're like, it's like, okay, how do I make it to the next level? How do I how do I get joy from things I don't buy? You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, my kids are getting older. They're doing their own life. You know, they're doing their own thing. They're literally out the house. How do I get joy just from waking up? You know? So, I gotta look inside. I gotta look deep inside. And, I gotta hold myself accountable for, things in the past.
You said that you had been diagnosed with this nonverbal learning disorder. So how does that affect your everyday life and what can you do about it?
How does it affect my everyday life? I process things slower. I don't pick up on hints. You know what I mean? I process it. Line for me is I have a hard time with social cues. So when we talk, all I pick up are the words. So if you were angry with me or just perturbed with me, or even if you were into me and you were like trying to, whatever, have sex or whatever, I wouldn't pick up on it. You'd have to literally say it to me. You know what I mean? I would pick up on it like a week later. Like, hey, I think Angela was really into me. Like that's how my mind works. I have a hard time. I'm one of these guys, I can't do anything technical. Like all this, I can't.
Yes, somebody had to turn on the volume for you. We would turn
Yeah, like it just takes me a minute. But I used to not realize, I used to just think I was old or I was slow. But now I'm realizing, oh, okay. And I'm getting better. Like I can work my Bluetooth now. I can, you know what I mean?
How did you realize? But when did you realize what it was, or what the problem was?
You know what's weird? A friend of mine jokingly, said I had Asperger's, and I was like, "Really?" He said, "I think you might have Asperger's," and it's weird. Just said to myself, "Okay, I'm gonna get tested," because I had another relative with Asperger's, right? And I got tested and the doctor was like, no, you don't have Asperger's, but what you have is right next to it. And it's called NBLD. And the doctor was like, you've been taken advantage of in life. You're a little slow in some instances and you're hype and you're amazing, but at the same time, your verbal ability and your memory are impeccable.
Right.
So I've been, it's like the blind guy that can hear amazingly. You know what I mean? Like I've been overcompensating for it. And, having a hard time with subtlety is great on a stand-up stage where you're screaming. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. But in a one-on-one relationship, my relationship with my brothers, my relationship with my mother, or, wife, girlfriend, like all of that's has all suffered because I'm I have a hard time picking up stuff. But now that I know, I'm 1,000 times better. You know what I mean? Because not knowing, I knew something was wrong, but you don't know what it is. You ever been sick and not know what it is? It really, you have a lot of anxiety because of that.
Right.
So once you get a diagnosis, now you can deal with it. So I'm dealing with it with therapy, a little bit of drugs, but they're weaning me off. And now I know when I feel a certain way, I have to stop. And before I react, I have to say, okay, is this how I feel? Or is this my learning disorder acting up? You know what I mean? So before I make any decisions, before I react to anything. So, I mean, it's great. If I'm way more calm now. I used to have a squirrel-like energy. And squirrels, you can't sneak up on a squirrel. Squirrels are always what the fuck is going on?
Right.
You can't wait. You know what I mean? Now I'm kind of just chilling, man. I'm way more relaxed.
I need to know
way less judgmental.
I need to know more on how that impacts you with women, though. Like in the
Yeah,
bedroom,
that's what
because a
I'm
lot of
thinking.
communication in the bedroom is non-verbal.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say I did. I'm like, one of my therapists is like a sexual therapist. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, it's all encompassing, you know? But here's the thing too. I'm better because I know, and like, you know, I've been on a couple of dates recently, and now I tell them, it's like, in a weird way, it's almost like, remember you saw the Joker, and he walks around with that card,
Right.
and he's like, yo, I got this. And yeah, you tell a chick, yo, I'm sending you a link. This is what I have. And now it helps women deal with me in a better way. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, okay.
They're more verbal instead of trying to give you the subtle.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Chris, I want sex. You want the clear.
Okay, come on, Envy, relax.
Wow, Envy.
But
Damn, I know your daughters are. Jesus Christ.
it's just, yeah, it's like everybody knows what's up. So yeah, it's easier on everybody now.
I do want to make sure we talk about Fargo though, because that's a huge deal, right? You're on season 4. Is it season 4?
Season 4 of Fargo, yeah.
Of Fargo. They just sent us some screeners yesterday, so I saw the first episode because I was like, I got to see Chris Rock play this role. I watched the movie like way back in the day, so I was just interested to see. And there was a lot of different storylines going on. So let's talk about your character on Fargo.
Well, you don't have to audition though. You don't audition anymore. You just say, "I'll take this part."
I mean, your life is an audition. You know what I mean? Like, I've been around so long, which is good and it's bad. Because sometimes it's good. It's like, oh, I've seen him do this, this, and this. I want him. And then it's bad sometimes because people think they know me.
Right.
And I can't audition. You know what I mean? Like, just like, I seen him in Pootie
This wouldn't be a
Tang.
good role for him.
Yeah. He's not coming in. That's the guy from Pootie Tang. You know what I mean? Like, like I wish I could audition for more stuff, honestly.
Really?
You know, it's something comedians have in them that allows them to tap into dramatic, serious roles in a very unique way. What do you think that thing is?
I mean, comedians are pained for the most part. Every comedian I know has trauma in their background, with the exception of Jerry Seinfeld, who's just still a genius. but
no trauma.
We all have trauma, and it's just how we process it. And we process it through laughter, and laughter is our bodyguard. Laughter is, put it this way. The greatest sensations you can give a person is sex and laughter, right? It's like, those are the highest things. But we break up with people we have great sex with. You don't break up with nobody that makes you laugh.
That's kind of real. That's real. You need the comic relief at all times.
Yeah, like your most ratchet, funny friend, you will figure out a way to keep them in your life.
Right.
Because even when you're mad at them, they're going to do something to make you laugh about whatever it is you're mad at.
Yeah, they steal from you like, this motherfucker, he stole from me. You let them back in. Like, so laughter's the highest level of enjoyment you can give a person.
That's true. I can see that.
So let's get back to Fargo. Now tell us, for people that don't know about Fargo, tell us about Fargo and what you play in Fargo.
Okay. Fargo, for those that haven't watched it, Fargo, I would say the 3 best shows on television: Game of Thrones, Atlanta, Fargo. Watch all the seasons if you can. This season, I play a guy named Lloyd Cannon, a mobster in 1950s Kansas City. He's a complicated man because, he's a businessman, he's a legitimate businessman, and he's a gangster at the exact same time. He's a black man with a dream. I think, you got to see it. He's a black man with a dream, but living in a world that's set up totally against him. Not too much unlike the world today, but much more severe. And you get to see this guy's trials and tribulations.
not just as a businessman, but as a father, as a husband. And, it's very, there's a Tony Soprano element to it. You know what I mean? Like we think of Tony Soprano as a gangster, but at the same time, it's like the family drama was just as much, if not more, than the actual gangster drama.
It's filmed beautifully, and there's so many things like I said, I just watched the first episode, so I don't know what's going on because I saw your son, and then I was like, why is his son not living with him? Why are these random people? So I know there's a lot I'm gonna have to watch to make everything kind of tie together. You have to watch the whole series, I'm sure.
Angela, I think you got nonverbal learning disorder. You just like me. You gotta watch it 3 times to understand it. It's okay.
Like they're trading
Chris, I see you post a lot of your old material now, and I love it because it sounds so fresh, and a lot of it is like very prophetic. When you re-listen, when you rehear things, does it make you feel like I'm special? Do you get your Kanye on and be like, I might be a prophet?
Oh no, it's so funny. I've been talking to Kanye a lot lately. No, you'll never hear me say I'm a prophet. It's never coming out of my mouth. One of the things about that I've done in the last whatever year, not just going to therapy, I've kind of gotten off social media. Mm-hmm. I got off all social media. I don't watch pornography anymore. I'm like, my brain is like I'm focused, man. Now, so a lot of that stuff on YouTube, or what is it, Instagram, I got like a company that puts that stuff up. But yes, I've been told that a lot of my old material is trending now. And I don't know, I mean, Charlemagne, on one hand, yes, it's great that you can write something that's, last 10 years, 20 years in some instances. But on the same time, it's sad that these jokes are still relevant. You would hope that in 15 years, people didn't even know what I was talking about. Like, oh, police harassment. What is he talking about? You know what I mean? Like, you would hope 20 years is a long enough time for a problem to be fixed. So I don't, on one hand, it's good. Yes, a lot of younger people are into me right now that weren't before, and giving me a different look. All my specials are like, people are watching them in a way they weren't watching before. But I would rather nobody watch me and their justice for Breonna Taylor and and everybody else, and George Floyd was alive and all that stuff. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
There's other topics I think that are evergreen, like for instance about divorce. You have a lot of great jokes about divorce, and we see a lot of things happening. I just referred to one of your jokes the other day when I was talking about Dr. Dre and his wife Nicole and their divorce, and I was like, well, Chris Rock says if you make it 30,000 and she wants half,
yeah, then you got a problem.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, I you know what? I wouldn't even say I lost a grip. Boy, if I told you how much money I lost, you would slam your mic right now. But you know what? Put it this way: divorce is always good. It's always good. No one's ever I think Louis C.K. said it. Like no one's ever returned it. This divorce is horrible. No one's ever brought it back. I don't know. I don't know about Dre. I don't want to talk about Dre. I'm just, it's the mother of your kids, and that's where your kids are going to be at least half the time. And whatever. I don't know. I don't know what half is. I don't know what. Just the mother of your children should be, safe and sound.
Yeah.
And it's not even compensated. It's just, that's a weird word. It's like a business word. It's just we're family to the end.
Taking care
even though you know what I mean? Like, even though you're divorced, you're still family.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You got kids with somebody. So I don't know. Hopefully they can figure it out. because you have all these fights, and like my divorce took like 2 years, and honestly, it could have been done in 2 months. It's just.
Did you think your settlement was fair?
I mean, what's fair? I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. And I respect the law. It is what it is. Right now, I'm not married now, and whatever I make is mine. Right. So, is that fair? You know what I mean? You can argue that too. Mm-hmm. So, just
life is still good. Your net worth is 100 million. Your daughter's in school in Paris. You're drinking sparkly water.
Flies private. Yeah, life is great.
I go to Dave Chappelle's. I'm good. I'm not here to complain. My ex-wife's cool. We talk all the time. My kids go back and forth. Our houses are like 5 minutes apart. Mm-hmm. It's all good. I wish Dre nothing but the best, and they'll figure it out.
I was going to ask about Jimmy Fallon. People were asking about Jimmy Fallon. He did a skit and he used blackface, and people were asking your comment on it.
I mean, here's the thing. That sketch is 20 years ago. Mm-hmm. Are people really asking me to judge a man for something he did 20 years ago? Like, really? Like who amongst us hasn't done something 20 years ago? And you guys are on the radio. You said things 20 years ago you would never say today.
Let's not talk about it, Chris. Don't go having them digging up our shit. All right?
Yeah, come on. Why would you even do that?
Why you put it on us, Chris?
Like you would never.
20 years ago.
Exactly. So, I mean, we got to stop, like, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is Jimmy Fallon's our friend. Okay? Jimmy Fallon's got a show with the Roots as his band. And we have known Jimmy Fallon for like 25 years. He used to be on SNL. And do you think Jimmy Fallon's a racist? Like, no. Your friends should get the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Or like, what's the point of being a friend if you're going to judge somebody harshly immediately? Not even just friends. Strangers should get the benefit of the doubt until, proven otherwise. So let's stop assuming the worst of people. And, everything that's wrong, just because something is blackface racist? Yes. But all things racist aren't racism. Some of them is just people being dumb. And everybody's allowed to be dumb sometimes or to be ignorant and not know.
Right.
So I'm cool with Jimmy. I've always been cool with Jimmy. Do I want him to do more blackface sketches? No. But I don't do I think for 5 seconds he was thinking about doing it again? No, that was 20 years ago.
Yeah, I think we have to have a discussion, Chris. We have to have a discussion at some point. We got to create a safe space to have a discussion about cultural context and talk about how some of these things back in the day were just performative and we made inappropriate jokes about everything.
In South Africa, apartheid got lifted, and instead of, and this is why Nelson Mandela is like the greatest man to ever live. Instead of punishing everybody for crimes they did in the past, they had days of reconciliation where people just came and apologized. And that was it.
Wow.
We're starting clean today.
Wow.
It wasn't about getting everybody, rounding everybody up and punishing them. It was, you know what I mean? Because yes, some of them were absolutely evil, but some of them were just caught up in the system, And, if good enough for Nelson Mandela, good enough for me. Right. If Nelson Mandela can forgive people for what the fuck happened to him, then who am I to get mad at a sketch that happened 20 years ago?
Yeah.
I would or a joke. I would hope that people, you know, I'm not a perfect person. I would hope that people assume I'm a better person than I was 20 years ago.
Absolutely.
True indeed.
All right. Well, you guys, Chris got to go.
We could sit here and talk to you all day. I know you got it. I do have one more. I have a bunch. You said what?
Anything for Charlamagne.
Oh, well, okay. Well, I need two more questions then. How many calls did you get from the Democratic Party after your statements that Democrats worsened COVID-19 by focusing on impeachment over the pandemic? Or did you even get calls from the other side? Like, would you like to come on Fox and talk about it?
No, here's what happened. And here's the problem with everybody. No one reads the whole thing. Everybody just reads the headline.
The headline. Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you this, a friend of mine, Mark Benioff, he owns Salesforce. You know Salesforce, that computer software company? They have buildings everywhere. Mm-hmm. He called me up and goes, you were absolutely right. Now, it's the billionaire calls me up and tells me you were absolutely right. You know why? Because the billionaire read the whole article. Mm-hmm. And in the article, I say, Donald Trump is like the movie The Last Emperor. He's a 5-year-old running the country. Okay? Now, if you think a 5-year-old is running the country, then you have a responsibility. If you think a 5-year-old is running the ship, you have a responsibility to actually look for the icebergs. Now, that's what I really meant to say. So if Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats believe Donald Trump is competent and they just disagree with his policies, then everything I said was wrong. And I apologize. But if you believe Donald Trump is totally incompetent, immoral individual who shouldn't be president and is unqualified to do this job, then yes, it is your job to not get caught up in emotion and to actually look for the icebergs that are coming towards America.
Yeah, yeah.
Because there is a responsibility to being the smarter person. There is more responsibility. It's not fair, but that's the way it is. So that's what I said. Now, I'm sure somebody's going to quote this out of context. So, Charlamagne, do you agree with that?
I agree with that 100%. Mm-hmm. But I actually read the article, though.
Yes, that's what I said. Yes, because Nancy and the Democrats are the smarter people, yes, it was a waste of time to go for this impeachment that wasn't going to happen. This ship, America is a ship, and it is your job as the smarter people to look for the icebergs. Yes, of course, Donald Trump is totally incompetent. Yes.
People were so upset when they weren't trying to impeach him. Everybody's like, you have to impeach him. Why are you so scared to impeach him? Why haven't we started these proceedings? And then they do, and then people are like, why did we waste our time? It's just so hard to know what's the right thing to do.
This ain't about emotion. This is, this ain't, this is chess. This is not checkers.
Right.
You know what I mean? And by the way, you don't capture a criminal by telling him that you're after him every day. You capture a criminal by parking a white van outside of his house and letting him get away with a bunch of crimes until he is so confident that you have built up a case that is undisputable. That's how you get criminals. Calm the fuck down.
Yeah, when I read it, I knew what you were saying. I just think we take Trump off the hook a little bit because he is president. But then again, he's also the executive producer of Celebrity Apprentice. So it's sort of like we should have expected the fucking plane to crash.
Yeah, the thing about Trump is he's very consistent. He's done not one thing he didn't say he was going to do. And people like consistency. You know what I mean? Like, again, it's like your friends, just the people you deal with in your life. You'll keep a consistent asshole in your life longer than someone that's wishy-washy.
Right.
that you
Your
can't tell
expectations are
them,
low.
that you don't know who they are from day to day. But a guy that's consistently the same, you can figure it out.
Oh, you mean consistently the same? Because he hasn't kept any campaign promises. You just mean consistently an asshole.
You know what his moves are going to be.
He is who he is.
You knew when Breonna Taylor's, the police officers that killed her, got off the hook, you knew he wasn't going to say condolences to the family. You knew he was going to be on the side of the officers. And
He hasn't surprised you once. He hasn't surprised you once. So, yes, it is. I'm a Democrat. I'm for Biden. I'm all, I'm all in.
Mm-hmm.
But as the smarter people, you have more responsibility. It's the Marvel thing. With great power comes responsibility.
That's where the checks and balances come in. I agree.
I mean, the pandemic's not the Democrats' fault, but you can't do two things at once.
Gotcha.
Well,
you said folks give Adam Sandler the benefit of the doubt when it comes to weird roles, and you want that for yourself. What did you mean by that, Chris? Because some people would say, Chris,
I think Adam Sandler was robbed. I mean, I thought Joaquin was great in The Joker, but man, how did Adam Sandler not get nominated for Uncut Gems? That is, all this role stuff, whatever. That's literally my best friend. I love him like a brother, and he was robbed for Uncut Gems.
That was a good movie.
And you're working on a new movie. You're working on a new movie with him, right?
Yeah, it's weird. It's like all this therapy and all this stuff was like I got my brain back. Like I was having a hard time concentrating. But now I'm just writing a lot lately. So I wrote the script about a year ago for me, Adam, and Dave. And it looks like because there's no touring, it looks like it's closer to happening.
Right.
That's dope.
Wow. Well, check out the new season of Fargo. It premieres on the 27th of September, and we appreciate you for joining us, Chris.
Yes, and for inspiring to learn how to swim, because I don't know how to swim, but I love the fact that you went out there.
Angela, come over. I'm telling you, I got a guy. He'll hook you up.
Not know how to swim. It's embarrassing.
To 3 weeks.
The whole life will change. How you do everything will change.
One last question is quick. In terms of opportunity, is it better to be black now in entertainment or in the 90s?
Or in the 90s? The beauty of being black is the future's always better. That's the beauty. It's always better. Tomorrow's always better. Mm-hmm. There are no good old days. Maybe musically, but other than that,
musically, right?
All right,
bro, that's so fucked up.
The baby, but
my goodness. All right,
people don't have no good old days. Oh, that is
all
crazy.
right. Well, it's Chris Rock. Thank you for joining us. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Thank you,
brother.
King.
Thank
Take care.